Alright, y'all, what's good? Let's give it up 100. Let's deal with Benzino. Let's finally deal with Benzino's Drink Champs interview because it has to go down as one of the most riveting, most keeping it real interviews of all time that I've ever seen, period. Of as far as not holding nothing back, alcohol fuel, people telling the truth, you know what I'm saying? A lot of truth, a lot of facts was coming out of Benzino's mouth. And I'm going to give Benzino his props because I didn't know he was that much involved in hip hop. Like he had so much history in hip hop. You know what I'm saying? The real days of hip hop, not these absolute satanic fucking last 10, 15 years. I'm talking about the real days of hip hop. So let's give Benzino his props for that. Also, definitely for the Source magazine, Benzino and the other dude, Dave Mays, whatever, they created something that went with hip hop, like, peanut butter and jelly or whatever. Not to be corny, but y'all get the reference. Like hip hop and the Source magazines was one. You know what I'm saying, if you wanted to know everything you wanted to know, all the new artists, everything you wanted to know, everything that was hot in the world of hip hop, every new artist that was coming out, all of them passed through the Source magazine. We knew about them because of the Source magazine. It's funny, even Nori himself was considered the year before he dropped one of the best new talent to come out. I didn't even know that. I wasn't fucking with the Source that deep back in the 90s. So I didn't know that, but let's give Benzino his props for everything he has done. You know what I'm saying? The song Rap Elvis, I haven't heard anything of it. I haven't heard that shit. So I can't even speak to that, but I'm hearing some good things. But obviously, it's not about nothing good that Benzino was saying in the interview. It's about it's about the meltdown and the downfall, right? Of the interview. Benzino starts to take over the interview and starts to, go through the 3 levels of alcohol, which is you get hype at first, then you get sad, and then you start crying, right? Pretty much it's like a roller coaster of emotions. Alcohol pretty much do this shit to everybody. So definitely, he went through those 3 levels. When Benzino starts to cry and starts to go into how black people need to stop the BS, come together, we can run everything. It's funny how a lot of you niggas went and y'all clowning him about him saying that, we can come together. We need to stop the dumb shit. You know what I'm saying? Blah, blah, blah. He started to break down in the middle of that. Y'all clowning that, but at the end of the day, other niggas have said that as well. Joel Santana said that. None of y'all clown him for that. He said niggas should come together and be their own Apple Music. I think the Locks made reference about some shit like that. Special Ed said some shit like that recently in his interviews that he was doing on Drink Champs and Math Alpha Expert Opinion. So a lot of, similar minds think alike. A lot of them have said this, but y'all want to clown Benzino. Now, Benzino been the butt of mad people jokes ever since he ever mentioned anything about Eminem because of Eminem's, powerful fan base or whatever. The only thing that I didn't like about what Benzino was doing back in the days is he blocked 50 and G Unit and Eminem completely. Like, he made them irrelevant to the Source magazine, which is disingenuous, obviously, because them dudes was running rap at one point, and they never made the covers of the Source or none of that. Obviously, it's because of their issues with the owner of the magazine, Benzino. But when Benzino he got to a point where he took his belt off and he said, yo, this is fake Louis. This is fake Louis belt. First of all, why do you have on a fake Louis belt? If it's bullshit and we don't need to support them, we need to support each other and blah, 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 why did you not just take the $30 that you claim you paid for that and go to a black-owned business and go buy a $30 belt then? Why you need to buy a fake Louis? It's like he's trying to hold on to the fact. He's saying in an interview, Benzino was saying that He blew $20 million in 3 years. And you're bragging about that? You really want people to know that? That don't give you nightmares at night? That you're not sitting on nothing right now, clearly. And you are bragging about wasting 20 million. You're bragging about wasting money that should have sustained you for the rest of your life. Easily. Nigga, just $1 million and I'm set for the rest of my life, me and my family. You had 20. You had way more than you had. Then he said he turned down $55 million from Bob Johnson because of how much taxes was going to come out, blah, 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 blah. I mean, Benzino, pretty much rap legacy ended as a train crash, as a, you know what I'm saying? Like, seriously, it ended really bad. However it ended, he said that he got indicted by the feds and that's why he lost all his shit. And he had to sell all of his other shit just to, you know, kind of maintain a little bit. You know what I'm saying? He's bragging about spending, going to Rich, there's some fucking hotel, Rich Carlton, whatever the fuck hotel, that was charging $1,200 a night. And he stayed there for 3 months. 3 months I stayed there. Nigga, why? Obviously, nigga, you have the archetype of a nigga's mindset, the way niggas think, to blow that much money and to be bragging about blowing that much money when you don't have shit right now. You know, Nori and them giving him his so-called flowers. And he's like, no, I need money. I need money. Give me money. Give me money. He's desperate. He's saying fuck Scott Storch, fuck Jacob the Jeweler, whatever. He spent millions with them. They can give him a watch right now. It's like, what is your argument? You're missing yourself in your heyday. That's what you missing your heyday. You missing yourself in your prime, because in your prime you was able to do all this dumb shit with all this money. Benzino wish he can kind of relive that a little bit again, relive that all over again. Call it what it is. The days of him running the source, having millions to wipe his ass with. That's what I got out of this interview. You know what I'm saying? And he's real pressed about, obviously, Eminem. He's saying like his daughter, he said a part in the interview that his daughter had to come into the industry loving Eminem simply on the strength that it's not popular to go against him because she sees what her father, him, Benzino, been going through because he doesn't fuck with Eminem. So she goes in the industry and she just immediately starts fucks with Eminem because that's the popular thing to do. And he's crying in the middle of saying that and blah, blah. I think Benzino wishes it was still 1999, 2000, 2001, and things were still going the way it was going back then for him. His legacy is to be respected. He's done a lot of production. He's on songs that you probably, or produced songs that niggas didn't even know he produced. So we gotta give him his props for that. But as far as like, I'm saying these rappers are not role models in any type of way. Money management is disgusting. It's terrible. 20 million blown in 3 years. Oh, I spent it and I gave the rest away. Like we needed the reason why you blew it. Nigga, you blew it. You said you blew it. Don't tell us the reason why you blew it. It's $20 million. You shouldn't blow that in your whole lifetime. To blow that in 3 years? It's embarrassing. I wouldn't be able to get up out of bed in the morning. I'm gonna keep it real. But I think this is that interview that you can learn a lot from. He kept it real the whole interview. I don't think he lied about anything. All the shit he's saying about how Boston is grimy. Boston got real gangsters, real shooters. Even that, the way he, bragged about Boston was averaging 120 murders a year or some shit. Like, that is so degenerate. That is such, like, low value fucking frequency to even brag about some bullshit like that. It's disgusting. You know what I'm saying? But speaking the truth, it's just speaking the truth. You know what I'm saying? Boston is a very scary place to live for a lot of people that don't know that. But I think Benzino was embellishing it, which is never the smart thing to do. But that's what niggas do. Niggas don't do the smart things to do. Niggas do the ego things to do, like blowing 20 million in 3 years. It's crazy. It's crazy. But this is the realest interview I've ever seen. What y'all think about that? For real. If anybody make it to this point in the interview, to this point in my video, not the interview, is this not the realest interview you've ever seen? Is it not? Nobody shit came close to this. This wasn't a rapper interview. This was somebody that is considered a rap legend that fell off hard. They try and get back. And they gonna give it up a certain way for you to, if you forgot, like, nigga, this was really what it was for real. He's talking about the 80s, man. I was that nigga in the 80s walking around the club with my shirt off, drunk. You know, we did coke together back in 89. All this shit. I mean, all this shit, bro. All this shit. But shout out Benzino. Give him his props for what he did. If you love hip-hop, give him his props. But that's where it stops. All right? Appreciate y'all for listening to another video. Like always, man, it's your boy, Give It Up 100. Hopefully I touch everything I wanted to touch. If you make it to this point in the video, man, God bless, man. I appreciate you, man. I'll see you soon for another video. Peace.